On a ship that was about to sink, a couple was desperately running towards the lifeboat. But when they arrived, they found that the lifeboat could only hold one person. Without any hesitation, the husband reached out and pushed his wife away, then jumped onto the lifeboat himself. The wife staggered to her feet on the deck, watching her husband drift away, her eyes filled with shock and helplessness. At this point, the teacher paused, slowly scanned the entire class with his eyes, and asked in a low voice, "What do you think she shouted?" The classroom immediately erupted with students' angry replies. "I hate you!" Then, discussions arose one after another, and the whole classroom was filled with intense emotions. Someone indignantly said, "Such a man is cold-blooded and heartless." A girl could hardly help but exclaim loudly, "How could he leave his wife behind and live alone?" However, there was a quiet boy in the corner. He did not join the noisy accusations, but just quietly looked at the teacher. The teacher noticed him, walked over and asked softly, "Then what do you think she shouted?" The boy looked up, his eyes clear and firm, and said gently, "I think she shouted, 'Take good care of our child.'" In an instant, the classroom fell silent. The teacher was stunned, his heart trembling slightly, and couldn't help but ask, "Why do you think that?" The boy lowered his head and replied softly, "I haven't heard this story, teacher. But I remember. The last thing my mother said to my father when she was dying was this sentence." For a moment, the air froze. The teacher's eyes were slightly hot, and the whole class fell into silence. The teacher slowly continued to tell the story. After the ship sank, the husband lived alone with heart-wrenching pain. He raised his daughter alone. Countless nights, he secretly shed tears with his back to the child, but always remained strong in front of others. Guilt, loneliness, and regret tormented him like shadows. It wasn't until many years later that he passed away. When his daughter was sorting through her father's belongings, she found a diary. In the diary, it was written, "At that moment, how I wished I could sink into the sea with her. But for the sake of our child, I had to live. The pain I endure, only God knows." At this time, the teacher gently closed the book and looked around the class. All the students were quiet. The previous anger had disappeared, replaced by deep reflection. The teacher said softly, "Children, many things in the world are not as simple as they seem. A seemingly cold choice may hide deep love and helplessness behind it. We should not judge others easily, but learn to understand and tolerate. Only by knowing the whole truth can we make a truly fair judgment."